Okay everyone, this is just my little quick tag. I got tagged from Lizzie at Rose and Jones, I think, and it's just going to go through a fragrance for each month and why, obviously. And because I'm a big fat cheat, I've just picked one house, and I think you know which house it'll be. So, and finally, December. Obviously, it's a miserable cold month, but it's quite special. Quite a lot of family occasions, spending lots of time with your loved ones. And what else could I go for but Back to Black? Do I need to say anything about this? Little tobacco-y, a little boozy, a little touch of that little bit of cherry or raspberry or whatever it is, that red fruit, just running through this absolutely beautiful, sumptuous, luxurious, fantastic fragrance. Again, this one lies quite close to you, but that's how I like it. Again, if this was stronger, it'd be far too in your face. And this just is this kind of Christmassy element with the booze, you know, like a cherry brandy. People smoking pipes and cigars. Oh, Back to Black for December. Perfect. Starting with January, just got a little sample of this so far, and this is it's obviously a month where in Britain it's generally pretty damn cold and miserable, and it's you know, it's kind of your hangover month, isn't it? It's a very long month, and you'd want to go for something a bit classy and a bit kind of easy to wear, but still classy and still bold because it's New Year's and all that. And obviously, I've picked, you probably can't see that, Muscood. And the reason I've gone for Muscood is because it's a very sophisticated, grown up, quite classy, elegant rose oud, obviously. But obviously it's got the elements of musk in this, and it's actually a really lovely fragrance. It's a bit more than your average rose oud. Of course there's the exquisite blending in that. And it's more about the rose and the musk to me. The oud is there. You do pick it up and it gives it a nice edge, but it's not particularly strong or in your face. So that's Muscood, and that's for January. Obviously next is February, and I'm sure you can probably guess what I've gone for, given it's a very cold, again snowy, miserable month in the UK, and it's Valentine's Day. That's right, I have gone for Love. Love Don't Be Shy. Again, why this? This is a very pretty, well, I don't think pretty is the right word, sweet, rich, beautiful. It's like marshmallow, like they say. With this lovely kind of, I don't know, red, syrupy feel to it. It is very sweet, which Anglemont, which suits it for the kind of colder weather. And I don't, Killian's not this sort of house, and I don't like using this word, but this is, again, this is a beast mode one. This is very, very strong. It doesn't change too much. It does a little bit, little subtle changes, but it lasts a very long time, and it's a very lovely fragrance. And it is quite, you know, for Valentine's Day, nobody be able to keep their hands off you wearing this one. So for February, I've gone for Love. Love Don't Be Shy. Now next up is March. That's a bit of a strange old one here in the UK. It might be Easter, it might not be. It's got now to do with my fragrance choice. But again, it's very cold, but it's when you're starting to sort of get back into the swing of the year. And usually it's when we have our worst snow as well over here. It's a very miserable, dreary month. Oh. And I've gone for the very famous Good Girl Gone Bad. We all know what this is about, and again, this is one of the stronger ones, which, who cares whether it's strong or not, it's a beautiful fragrance. But again, it quite cuts through the cold, but it's not a full-on gourmand or anything. It's quite a strong, beautiful. It's like osmanthus is kind of one of the main things in this, tuberose, but it's more about it's bold. It's not your normal flowery light fragrance. It's quite bold and it's quite strong, and it makes a real kind of opinion, and I think this is perfect for that kind of time of the year, especially as it's one of them time of the years you tend to be more active and more out there. So Good Girl Gone Bad, March. April, supposed to be the beginning of spring, Generally, again, here, it's not quite the beginning of spring. It's normally miserable, rainy, very cold, probably get some snow, but it's when you first start to kind of crave your spring and the warming up. So I've gone for, and the flowers do start to come out. This is Love and Tears, No Surrender, and this one, as we know, is one of my favourites, and I think this is spring in a bottle. The beautiful, beautiful white florals, the jasmine and the lily, and the little touch of tuberose in it. It's like walking on a quite warm spring day through the fields, and even though it's miserable and rainy, this is what the image it creates in your head. Oh, I love this one. Yeah, it's white floral heaven. It's quite strong, and it heats up obviously again in the heat. And it's just a flower garden, a white flower garden, beautiful. So that's April, and that's Love and Tears. Now then, next up is my birthday month. So we could obviously go for something special, and it's probably my favourite Kilian. Well, at least at the moment, and that is this gorgeous, beautiful Rolling in Love. Why have I picked this for my birthday month? Well, May it's warmer, not particularly. It's quite miserable and cold. There's probably not snow, although it's happened before. But this one is when you want to feel special, and I'm one of these misery guts. I like my birthday on my own. I don't like people. So this makes me feel very cosy and warm. And if you do see someone, this is quite close to the skin one it's meant to be, and it's very it brings people in. And again, around my birthday time, the only people I want close to me are people who I'd let close to me. Although with social distancing next year and no birthday this year, who knows what will happen next year. But this is a very beautiful, sensual, easy, slightly sweet, like skin fragrance. Not a skin scent that sticks to you, but like a lovely, soft skin kiss fragrance to me, as I've said many times. So that's Rolling in Love, and that's from May. Next up is June, obviously, and what I've picked for June is possibly my joint favourite at the moment. This is one that I definitely need some sort of vessel, a bigger bottle or a refill or whatever I get of it, and this is Flower of Immortality. This is kind of a very sweet, stewed, dark, rich, warm, beautiful peach, but it's not too sweet or too warm that it's cloying. It's got a touch of spice and a touch of, obviously again, florals in it. It just seems to suit June. This feels and smells like on you what the weather's like, slightly warmer. Obviously here again, the temperature might be starting to push double figures, so it does warm you up, and it's just so beautiful. I have not been able to stop smelling this one. Oh, it's gorgeous. I mean, the florals really support it, but for me the star is the peach. So that's June, Flower of Immortality. Now then, for July, the summer ones kind of follow a similar kind of theme, but for July I've gone for Voulez-vous coucher avec moi. Now this one's an interesting one to me. I didn't expect to like this as much as I did. Now it's quite tropical. I think that there's obviously a touch of fruits in it and stuff, but there's I think there's quite a bit of orange blossom and maybe a touch of neroli in this one, but it all seems to come together to give this beautiful kind of fresh, inviting fragrance. But it's also got a lot of body to it. Not heavy. I don't know how to describe it. It's got depth, not body, let's say. So it is this beautiful fresh thing, but it's kind of it surrounds you in a kind of nice pleasant cloud. Like I say, I didn't expect to like this one, but that's Voulez-vous coucher avec moi. That's for July. Now, August is a tricky month. That's what we're in at the moment, and it's either a heat wave or it's miserable, wet rain. practically I'd say it's very autumnal at the moment, but I like it like that. But what would you go for the hottest month? Well, Moonlight in Heaven I think suits it perfectly. Again, it's very fresh, effervescent, lovely fragrance. It's mango and it's got a touch of coconut in it. Oh, it's just one of them that it just makes you feel like you're on holiday. It's quite beautiful, but it's not like a holiday day. It's like it suggests. It's like something you'd wear on an evening, and you could imagine all the smells of the mangoes and the flowers and the trees in this tropical surroundings, kind of cooling down, kind of warmly filling the air, and that's what that's like. So that's for August, and that's Moonlight in Heaven. Then we come to September, which is normally a mild month, probably a lot of rain again, but weirdly, September can be hotter than August, but it's generally more pleasant than August, but not quite cold just yet. And I've gone for Playing with the Devil. Now this, following them similar kind of things, is a kind of fruity floral, but again it's very, it's like sangria would be a good kind of description of it, or a big fruit punch. It's kind of, how do you describe it? It's kind of fruity but mixed fruits, and it's not kind of watery, it's quite depthful. And as it dries down, actually what this does and why it's perfect for September is you get quite a woody, resinous, lovely warm sweetness from it. And again, this will be a perfect evening fragrance because of that, because of it drying down so warm and inviting, and kind of that big hug, still with a touch of that tropical fruitness in it. This is beautiful, and another one I'll be looking to get more of this. Now we have October, which in the UK is a miserable month. Sometimes we can still get, for some reason it's still randomly hot some days, and then it's absolutely just raining and what have you. And I've obviously gone for Kissing from this range, and the reason I've gone for Kissing is because it's a flormond, a floral gourmand I'd say. It has a lovely floral touch to it, but it's basically all this toffee and this beautiful warmth and invitingness. It's just like a fudge bath, you know. It really is. It's creamy and it's luxurious, and then floral elements stop it being sickly and cloying. I really do like this one. I think this is a brilliant fragrance. So that's October, and that's Kissing Burns, 6.4 calories. Wanna work out, or kissing as normal people call it. Next up is November, and I thought I'd get the little thing out. And can you guess? Yes, it's Intoxicated. Probably can't see that there. But I think it's Bonfire Night in the UK in November. And what that means is the air's it starts to get really cold, and the air's quite mysterious around that period, and because the air's calm, it's got this smoke, it just creates this really kind of beautiful sort of, I don't know, like a gothic fairy tale kind of atmosphere, which I absolutely love. And obviously rolling on from Halloween in October, still seems to go together, and Intoxicated is like this rich, smooth cardamom coffee with a big dose of nutmeg and pepper and stuff to warm it up, but that kind of burns off, and you're left with this beautiful, spicy, luxurious cardamom coffee, maybe a little tiny touch of chocolate. It's a beautiful fragrance. So that's November, and that's Intoxicated.